All right, what is up, guys? Um, this is kind of just a really random live. I was organizing some fireworks. We're starting to organize some fireworks, and I have gotten pretty behind on my pickups just for my stash this year, and figured I'd do a quick live tonight. I'd be surprised if anyone joins. It's 10 o'clock here, almost 10 o'clock on the West Coast, so even later out east. Anyways, we're going to be going through a small section of the stuff that I've picked up lately for my 4th of July stash. The first part will be from Sky Thunder Fireworks in Evanston, Wyoming. If you guys have seen recently on the channel, I uploaded a store tour of Porter's Fireworks up in Evanston. This is from another store, like I said, called Sky Thunder up in Evanston. So I only got a few small things from them. I'll put something up here for you guys to look at, and then we will go through a random box of goodies, some bangers and stuff in here, some fun stuff um, that I've just kind of accumulated over the past few months. So love your videos all the way back to the original Phantom stuff on the kitchen table. What's up, MacGyver? I love hearing from like original subscribers. I call them just because it's. I'm surprised you guys are still around. I didn't upload for like 10 or 12 years. I probably need to put out a video explaining where I went and why I went inactive, but it's good to hear from you. That was actually, I think you're talking about our pool table, our billiards table with like the felt in the background. I used to do all of my videos, like my unboxings and stuff, on our pool table, and it drove my dad nuts just because he didn't want the dust or whatever on it. But thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out. We're just going through a few things I picked up recently. So let's get started. I had these last year, these Showtime Festival balls, six Super Juice color bursts. And the reason I got these, so I don't know if these are just like older and still being made or not. Sky Thunder wouldn't surprise me if they had some older stuff. But let me open this and show you why I got them. Sorry, there's some tape on here. Well, we ripped the box. They are not actually a little ball shell. You've actually got a small canister shell in here. And these things were awesome. They were so good. A lot better than I would have expected. And they're pretty hefty. You can kind of see the different colors. I don't remember if mine had them last year. Maybe the blacks are just crackle and then the other ones are breaks. So I got this one here. And then I got the black box, which is the same thing. They're the little shells in there. And I got each of these for 10 bucks. So the way Sky Thunder works in Evanston is it's a buy one get one free, but the nice thing is that Sky Thunder does that not a lot of retail stores do these days is you can mix and match prices. So I guess I should have started by showing you this. They had this here at Bright Star and Lucky Streak. This little 200 gram, it is a little nice fan, 66 shots. They had this listed for 60 bucks. That's what I was saying. And which is honestly really high for a little 200 gram. But when you factor in the buy one, get one free, and that they let you add up to it, everything I got was 60 bucks because I started here with this Bright Star Lucky Streak. It's a really nice cake from the demos I've seen. There's some of the effects. You've got a little bit of comets, but there's actually a lot of breaks. And I'm learning now that Bright Star is just Winda. So I really like Winda stuff. I'm getting more of it this year. So when I saw a few things that I wanted, it was easy to get this cake as my kind of big item, and then I added up to it. So we had 60 bucks, but what you'll see in the end is this ended up being I guess we'll do the math when I 10 10. Yeah. Let's see. I need to catch up on the chat. Come visit Some Dudes Fireworks. I'm from Utah, from Kylie. So funny you mentioned, I have been to Some Dudes Fireworks before. Great tent. I'm hoping to get around there this year. Oh, what was his name? Shane. Shane at Some Dudes. If you guys are in Utah, Some Dudes Firework is or sorry, Kyle. Kyle E. Shane at Some Dudes is awesome. I talked to him 2 years ago. I'm a little ways away from that area, so I'm not all the way down there, but I was planning on stopping by just because 'cause he's got great prices and a great selection. Sorry, Kyle. Let's see, MacGyver, back to when I first got my first netbook at my grandparents' house, watching your videos, watching you unbox the Yorktown box, then sadly not being anything I can get in California. Sorry for the rant. Hey, don't apologize for the rant, MacGyver. I love hearing people's stories of watching my videos. It's so funny because I unboxed all those Phantom assortments and I lit a few things off and then I like stopped my channel. And then some of those unboxings got like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of views, 50,000 views, tens of thousands of views. And yeah, you will, if you're a fan of those, I did buy one Phantom firework assortment just for nostalgia's sake this year. And we're going to unbox it and light it off. So that'll be fun. Come visit. Would love to meet you. Yeah, Kyle, I'll let you know when I'm coming down. Like I said, I was planning on it. Okay, so I'm getting distracted between the chat here. We've got these Showtime shells, Lucky Streak. The last thing I got from Sky Thunder Fireworks is a winter product. I was just talking about Winda. This Grand Bloom fountain. I have never had this fountain before, and I have always wanted it. So that's everything we got from Sky Thunder. Now I still have a bunch to show you tonight, but like I said, everything was 60 bucks. So I believe we spent like you're probably looking at 20 on these 2 kits, uh, 10 or $20 fountain, probably not 20, 15, and then 25 for the little 200 gram, which isn't too bad. I didn't go in there planning on buying too much stuff, but you know, you get talking to the employees and you're in a fireworks store and eventually stuff happens. So that's what we got from Sky Thunder. Kind of just push that up here. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Go with these. I'm sure you guys have probably seen these. They're new for this year. The Crackle Bombs from Fisherman. I got a case of these and I've split it up with a few friends. So I probably have about 20 boxes of these for the stash. Uh, these are awesome. It reminds me of like crackle bombs how they used to be, except on steroids. These things are like the triple crackling balls or the jumbo crackling balls, but honestly, there's even more crackle in these than you get in those. So if you do see these are awesome. That's why I went in and got a case and split it up. Performance, a mini fountain that makes happy crackling sound. So yeah, nice, happy crackling sound. Okay, another novelty item I got a few packs of are these Wonder helicopters from Miracle. If you guys have not seen these and you are able to get them, I would highly recommend it. These are probably the best consumer novelty on the market, in my humble opinion. I These things go so high, 3 stage, nice crackle ending. I would be surprised if anyone bought these and was upset with the performance. So I split another case of those with a bunch of buddies. And then let's see. Next, I have these Super Whistling Moon Travelers, 9 pieces, kind of a throwback on the packaging there. These things, it's kind of hard to show you. I wish I had a regular sized bottle rocket somewhere near me, but they're much, much bigger than your regular bottle rocket. And I was able to try one of these out this week, and these things are awesome. Definitely not like made by any brand that I'm aware of. These are more of a non-consumer item, but really, really good. If you do see these, there's 9 in a pack. And again, then just got a case of those to split amongst friends. Okay, let's see here. Now's the box of fun. Like I said, these are items. If you have been following the channel, what's up, Blood Type Pyro? Thanks for joining. We're just going through some pickups I've made recently. Yeah, these items here in this next box are really random. Kind of all smaller stuff, some really loud stuff, but stuff that I've made in trades with other collectors for like my vintage stuff, or just random stuff that I've picked up here and there at stores as I've been traveling around. So there's no real theme to this box besides all of it is fireworks and they smell good. So let's see. On here we have the world class speedballs. This is a 24/6. Yes, the Silver Fox rockets are amazing. Blood type's talking about these over here. These were my all-time favorite as a kid, and they're still super high on my list in terms of all-time favorite fireworks. Unfortunately, they have not been made for quite some time, so they're getting a little bit rare, harder to find. They're really not in stores these days. It's pretty much just collectors that have them. I'm lucky enough to have a few grosses of them, and I have a few packs that are open. I'm not brave enough to open any of the grosses at this point, just because of how much I love those things. But if you don't know what they do, it's like a nice titanium tail to a good report for a bottle rocket. So someone at one point told me that the factory that made these blew up over in China, and just because of all the costs and everything that would go into bringing them back and everything, Black Cat decided to move on from them. So that is really unfortunate because these were fantastic bottle rockets. All right, world class speedballs. Just talking about these. Again, if you've been a fan of the channel for some time, you know that this is another all time favorite of mine. And I think these are just zips. I know that these are just zips. I don't know why I said I think. But these are one of the best versions of the Zips fireworks, if you were to ask me. World Class does a really nice one with the speedballs. Not all of them are the same. Some of them kind of just don't really get up that well, but these are loud. They zing super fast. So I like the World Class ones. Blood type Pyro says that's what happens when those factories blow up. Yes, that is super unfortunate. It kind of seems like a trend. Been hearing a little bit about that from Blood type and from others about the factory that just blew up this year and how that's going to impact things for the future. It's tough stuff. Like you definitely need to be doing things in a safe manner, or else things like that are going to happen. And lives change, but also the market changes. So okay, let's see here. What do we want to show next? These are pretty cool. I haven't lit any of these yet, but we've got some bird eggs crackers. These are a little bobber cracker. I don't have this open or else I'd pull one out. I am thinking that there is a little cracker down in these. There is some powder down in the bottom. I don't think these are ones that don't have just a little cracker, but we will be opening this up. I love these types of crackers. Ever since I lit my first like soccer ball crackers at the start of the new year, like I've really got hooked to these. Something about it blowing up and just being gone is awesome. So, bird egg crackers. It's also a throwback. As a kid, I was obsessed with Angry Birds. Really spent too much time playing that little game on my phone. So, got that one for a couple reasons. Got two or three of these. These are the Joe Blows from LFG brand. I think this one I opened just to take a look at them. Just an individual little cracker there. Obviously bigger than what you get in most packs, and these things are pretty loud. I lit some on New Year's, and I kind of love this size of firecracker. It's not something that's going to make the windows rattle on your neighbor's house, but it is pretty loud. So, got some Joe Blows. Those are pretty nice. Nice little pop, something fun to play with. Similar to those are these Fookdens, 12 in each box. And I wouldn't be surprised if these are just the same exact cracker, just with different wraps on them. But saw two different types, wanted to get both. Grab those from a store. Okay, these are cool. This next item here, we have these jumbo ground blooms, 4 to a pack, and these have a really nice report as well. Explosive, spins on ground. Nice. So 2 packs of those. These are definitely not being made anymore from what I understand. So we'll light 1 pack, keep 1 pack, and these are pretty hefty. Does Joe blows bazooka or bubble gum? Haha. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like both an explosion and some gum on those. What other goodies do we have in here? Nothing too crazy, but a type of firework I really haven't had for a long time. These Black Cat Street Chasers, these are just a whistling chaser. I'm sure most people will know what that is. You light the fuse, it kind of shoots like a bottle rocket, but it stays on the ground for the most part and then blows up. It's a whistling effect when it first goes off. Those are fun. I haven't had whistling chasers in probably 10 years. So when I saw a pack, I was like, oh, I need a pack just for old time's sake. I was just talking about soccer ball crackers. I have a couple bags of these Kaboom crackers in here. One that's not open, one that's fallen apart. And these are pretty good too. These are like you find these at the superstore or a lot of different stores. These are more consumer when it comes to soccer ball crackers than the other types are. Just a little cracker down in these as well. But again, nice little pop. A lot of fun just to see the ball explode. Okay, this is more of a vintage item. I actually don't know how old these are, but these are one of my favorite vintage items. We've got a small box here of the Cienfuegos. These are a match cracker. They have a little match strip on the side of the box that you're meant to like strike the top of these against, and that's how they light. I've never lit them like that. I need to try that, but you can also just light it with a lighter. That's what one of them looks like. You just hit the top on that match strip or with a lighter. And then this is like a little jumping jack or ground bloom, and then it explodes. And the pop on these is louder than you would expect for its size. I would say it's louder than pretty much any water cracker. The Legend water crackers might match it, but these are fun little things. So I think this is Portuguese or Spanish. I'm not 100% sure, so not made for the US market either, from what I can tell. Fun little item. We were just talking about the Black Cats, so we'll show these. These are the Showtime Fiery Dragons. Same type of bottle rocket. They have that titanium tail that kind of follows the rocket up. And yeah, these are not being made anymore either, as far as I'm aware. And there's two different types of this rocket, but with the red packaging and with the silver packaging. And I had the silver packaging one last year. That I actually got it from Sky Thunder, where I got that stuff that I showed at the beginning of this live. But the silver one was not good. I honestly think that gross was water damage, but I have heard from a few other people that they had the silver pack of these and they really struggled. Just very few of them had an actual report. So this one, I will open this gross before I open any of the silver foxes, just uh, to kind of keep myself from getting into those too quick. But these are supposed to kind of do the same thing. So it was nice to find a gross of those. Let's catch up with the chat. United Crackers are awesome. Yes, I am still looking for some. I'd love to just find like a flat of them. That would be sweet. The MacGyver says, have you run into any ground blooms that have only Chinese characters red and pink with the Safe and Sane logo, but they spun fast and had a large report? I haven't seen them in about 9 years. I do remember those MacGyver, and again, I'm kind of in the same boat. I have not seen that type in about 9 years, 9, 10 years. It's been a while. I really only had a few of those growing up. Street Pyro 801, what's up, man? We are just going through some recent stuff that I've picked up. I guess you'll have to, if you're just joining, you'll have to wait until this gets uploaded and watch the first half. But we went over what I got from Sky Thunder, and now we're just in a random box of goodies. Here's something a little bit louder. Master Double Bang. These are well, I was going to call them a single shot. They are a single shot, but they have two reports. Blood Type Pyro says there is some just like that out now. He's talking about the ground blooms, MacGyver. He sounds like there's some out like that right now. Are you talking about the red striped ones, Blood Type, or is there a different one? Here, I'll just grab one of these. Master Double Bang, a little bit larger bore than on most single shots. That's probably close to an inch. And there are four in here. Really excited to try these. Something kind of embarrassing, honestly, is I have never shot a Thunder King. No type of single shot to just noise have I ever shot. I've shot single shots from like Phantom that had like little breaks on them, but never a true Thunder King. So I'm really excited to change that. Whoa, I just hit the camera. My bad. I'm really excited to change that this year. I'm not going to be able to get that back for now. So I'll stop messing with that. I was hoping to find more of these in my shopping, and I haven't yet. But we've got a box of the Monkey Manias, the Power Ranger. These are a little stickless rocket, which is super cool to see Monkey Mania making one. Sorry, I'm reading the chat and trying to talk at the same time. This is like the first modern stickless rocket I've seen made in a long time. The only problem is I only ever found one box of them. Monkey Mania is raccoon fireworks, as everyone knows, and these things are cool little things. You just light them on the ground like this, and they spin around for a second, and then they shoot up like a stickless rocket, as the name would tell you. These have a nice crackling effect, and there's a bunch in this box. 24 in the box. So keep my eye out for more of these, and I would love to see stickless rockets make a comeback because the few that I've been able to light since I started collecting vintage stuff are just such a cool item. It's kind of like the zips, but the rockets have usually an effect or some sort of bang at the end. So, all right, let's see. Blood type says, no, I've been seeing ones just like he's describing with a blue label, a pink label, and a green label. Interesting. That is definitely something that I would pick up as soon as I saw him, just for nostalgia's sake. How far are you from Wyoming? It depends on the day, Kyle. A couple hours most of the time. Let's see here. I do a lot of fishing up in Idaho, Wyoming area, so that's why I say it depends on the day. Some days I'm a lot closer. Some days I'm in Wyoming. So looks like Street Pyro and Kyle might know each other. It's also fun when they want to chase you. Yes, there is a reason that stick rockets stopped being produced, and that's because they can be a little unpredictable. Back way back in the day, they used to have like a board that they'd put a nail in, and then like you saw, it has the hole, and you'd put it over the nail, the hole over the nail, and that would help it shoot straight. But even then, you'd have ones that shot straight sideways, or didn't really go anywhere. So they can be a little entertaining in that aspect. If you do get these, you want to make sure everyone's a safe distance away. Oh, okay. I'm going to show you an item that I was disappointed in. I have two of these boxes of crackling balls. I got them from a local store, and the store online had a picture of the old Canon brand crackling balls. I used to have a bunch of them as a kid. When I saw, I got super excited because everyone knows what's happened to crackling balls recently. Just like many other brands, these have the little container on the inside that's got the stars. It's not like the pack, the little paper pack in there that performed much, much better. These things have been watered down like crazy. So I ordered two. I was so excited to pick them up. I'm glad I only ordered two. I was thinking of getting more, but I was like, okay, I'll just get two. I'll get to the store and make sure that they're the real thing, and then I'll get more if I want more. But I got to the store and these were what they had. So that was unfortunate. I've got two of them. Still, whatever you've got here. If you ever want to fish closer the Pacific Northwest and North Idaho, I give you a warm welcome. MacGyver, that is super nice of you. Let me tell you some spots that I've fished. I don't know if you would call it North Idaho. This is more central, but like the Henry's Fork. Have you fished the Henry's Fork? I've done a bunch of fishing up in Island Park on the ranch. Um, Beulah Lake. It's up. I guess it's technically part of Yellowstone, but it's also in Idaho. I fished the Teton, a bunch of rivers around there. Lots and lots of good fishing. I'm sure if you're in Idaho or in that area, you've fished those locations too. I'm actually going to be getting up there hopefully next week or in 2 weeks, stopping by a store up there. I've been talking to the owner. He wants to do some advertising for their store potentially. And that would be cool too, because it's a store that I went to last year and had a good experience at. So, thanks for hanging out, guys. We have a few things left in this box here. This is a bit of a throwback too, but the Mighty Max jumping jacks, 24 pack, just a small little brick of these. And as a kid, I had shoe boxes full of this exact jumping jack. And from what I remember, these were the best that I could get as a little kid. And I don't know, Blood type might know this. Some of you guys might know this. I don't know if Mighty Max is still a thing. I feel like it's one of those companies that's been purchased by another big brand. But These are a bit of a vintage item and more nostalgic than anything. These are clay plugged. I do remember that. And I think that's why they performed a little bit better than the other ones that I had. But if you went back to some of my stash videos as a kid, literal shoe boxes full of jumping jacks, and a lot of them were this. So, Street Pyro asks, aren't the Cracker Jacks a little bigger than the coconut bombs? I would say they're sizably bigger, probably 50% louder. Blood type would be a good one to ask about that. I think he's lit a few more of them off than I have, but the Cracker Jacks are definitely heavier. Then Blood type Pyro asks, what species do you target? Here in Pennsylvania, New York area, we have huge northern pike and muskie. So I've actually caught some pike out here. That's more at the lakes. And those, I don't think those are, geez, I'm blanking on the word. I don't think those are natural to where I've caught them. I think they've been introduced either by the state or just by accident. But a big trout fisherman. That's usually what I'm targeting: cutthroat trout, rainbow trout, brown trout. Um, that's really what I go after. I have caught a bunch of different things in my pursuits. I've ran into some largemouth, smallmouth, bluegill, some yeah, a bunch of fish. I love fishing. Yeah, Mighty Max Marquise says Mighty Max was good. I wish I had access to more Mighty Max. Like I got my this is something I miss now that you bring it up. I got my Mighty Max jumping jacks from an old website called Novelty Express. And there used to be a bunch of sites back in the day that would sell you novelty fireworks, and they didn't have like crazy minimum orders, and they didn't have like high shipping costs. I know that it probably has to do with the way that like the USPS and UPS changed their guidelines on shipping pyrotechnics. But I would get these Mad Max jumping jacks from one of those sites. And that was really the only Mad Max thing I think I ever really had access to. And man, these were just awesome. So I wish I had had the opportunity to get more Mad Max back in the day. If you see it around, I would grab it because, like I said, I don't think it's being made anymore, and I think it's been some time. MacGyver, I've only visited the places you talked about. I'm much closer to Canada. Okay, so you're like north Idaho, which is awesome too. I haven't been up there. There's more like steelhead fishing up there, from what I've heard, and that's something I've never done, and that would be awesome. Street Pyro says I have the Mighty Max tube crackers. They are really good for what they are. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's probably because they were made 5 to 7 to 10 to 15 years ago, so that's cool you have some. Alright, speaking of loud, got a sleeve or 2 or 3 of these Terminators. These are a 6-inch, shell, and they do not have a lot of color. I'll say that, but these things are hefty too, man. This bag, 7 pounds, 5 pounds, really heavy just for these little 6 shells. Cool design too. Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger on there. So excited about those. I am this is my second year with actual noise shells, and am excited to start trying out more than just the few that I have. Okay, we're all caught up on the chat. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I honestly expected nobody in here. So thanks for chatting it up, making this more than just a regular video. Honestly, I'll tell you guys, I hate recording like a normal video, like a stash pickup or just the videos where I show what I get because I'm just talking and talking. I rather have a conversation with people than just talk for 20 minutes. That's not really if you were to meet me in person, I'm more of a listener than a talker. Not that I'm like introverted or anything. I like talking to people, but it's just unnatural to be talking this much. So it's nice when I've got people here in the chat doing lives. I need to do more lives where we can actually have a conversation, and I don't feel like I don't know, presenting something. I hate that. Next here, I've got a pack of these dragonflies. These are a nice little cracker. I haven't lit any of these off. And this is not like the original packaging. This was just I got in a trade with a friend. These did come with a tube. It was one of the first crackers to come through with a tube, but I don't think that these do very well in the tubes. Even though it says here, let me grab one. out of this. It says on the pack there, "Must be used in launcher tube." So correct me if I'm wrong if you have lit these before, but these are just a little firecracker to throw out there. If you try to use them in the tube, you are going to get some low breaks, which can be fun, but also can be a little dangerous. So be careful with those. We've talked about soccer ball crackers. These American balls are nice. Um, I think they have a cracker in them as well, but these were new for either this year or last year. I think it was last year. And these are really loud. They're much louder than just the little ones you see. So I have a few packs of those. Let's see. Here's another one. And I love these soccer ball crackers. Like I was saying earlier, I've been hooked on those since I started trying them. All right. Back to some stickless rockets. I have a couple packs of these Sky Blitz. Now, these things are hefty too. And I think these actually might be modern as well, but I don't know who's making them, if you know what I mean. So let's pull one of these out. Unlike old stickless rockets, these also do not have very much color to them. They've got a cool tail, but these just, again, they have that hole in the bottom. That's where it shoots out everything that's burning, and they spin up. And these ones look really good from what I've seen. I wish I could have got more. I only found a couple of these when I came across them, but I do believe that these are new for this year. So two of those, cool design on them too. I really like that. And yeah, these things too, couple pounds to each box. Kind of a stickless rocket, kind of not. But we've got these Skybangers, and these are from Firehawk. Speaking of another old brand that doesn't really exist these days. And I can't remember if these have any color to them. I think they do. But these, I don't think they would classify as a stickless rocket. There's still a little spinner that starts on the ground and then shoots up in the air and has a report or some sort of brake to them. And they're a little bit older. I like the just this packaging was very nostalgic when I saw it. Like this is how fireworks were advertised when I was a kid. I don't know how you would explain this design or anything about it, but this is what a lot of stuff looked like when I was a kid. So that was a really cool find. I wish I had access, like, I could have gotten a few more packs of these, and I didn't, and then I went back to that store and they were gone. So, some of those, some fireworks, they just get away and you think about them for the rest of your life thinking, "Oh, man, I should have got more of those," and I wish I would've. That's like the silver foxes. I was going up to Pyro City in Evanston, that's over by Sky Thunder as a kid, and we were going over there again on a fishing trip, and I had saved up for an entire case of Silver Fox bottle rockets. And I got to the store and I started talking to my dad, I started talking to the employees, and because I was this kid and I had never shot like a big canister shell kit, they talked me into getting some canister shells instead. And I still like think about that moment way more than I should. I just kick myself. I was like, dang it, I should have gotten the Silver Fox bottle rockets. I probably wouldn't have any left because of the kid that I was. I probably would have shot them all. But man, I can get, canister shells are still around, but Silver Fox bottle rockets aren't. So that's another one to add to the list of shoulda couldas with those skybangers. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of the stuff that I kind of had planned for this live. Let's see. Sorry, getting a little bit far for me to grab. Some little packs of the Super Balls. We've talked enough about soccer crackers in this. These ones do not have a little cracker in them though, and because of that, they're pretty dang loud. So, again, more soccer ball crackers. Becoming a big fan of those. Got a Super Shot. That's just going to be. I'm thinking this might be an early version of the red and greens. I could be absolutely 100% wrong about that, but this is just a little noise single shot. Got a pack of these black market super loud crackers from Suns Fireworks. I just did a demo on these, upload it to the channel. I think it was last week, maybe the week before, but these things are awesome. And these things are out there right now being made. So if you see these from Sons fireworks. These black market tube crackers are awesome. I would be surprised if there was a little firecracker down in this and not just like composite and powder. So these are really good. I wish I'd got more of those as well. I could probably say that about everything though. Got a few boxes of these small bees. I believe this is a Shelton's product. Yeah, it's got an SF number. I think Shelton's is the only one that uses the SF. But these got the plastic wings on them, and I've always been a fan of small bees, and these things perform very well. Small bees, it seemed like were kind of gone for a while. Not a lot of places were making them and putting them out, and they kind of disappeared. But I believe that these are being made right now by Shelton's. So if you see them, especially for 70 cents a box, I would get a few of these because these were awesome. So got a little stack of those. That's not all of them, but I won't bore you with pulling them all out. Blood type Pyro says that these super shots are after the red and green, so must be a little bit newer. I need to find some red and greens. I've actually never shot red and greens. Like I said, I've never shot just like a sound single shot. So we've got these fat crackers from actually I'm remembering now. These I got in a trade with a friend, and these are not from Pyro Predator, although they were sold at the same store, but they ordered these bags from China or whatever, and they needed to box them up in order to be able to sell them. So these are single fused little crackers in there. They are not the fat crackers that this box makes it look to be. I believe there's actually 100 in here. And these actually look pretty good. Those are clay plugged. I haven't opened these and looked at them. They kind of look like a mini wise guy down in there. So those are cool. Like I said, this box had a bunch of random things in it, and I just needed to get it all sorted and put away. And I was about to do that, and I was like, I should probably do a live real quick before I get it all put away. So, got a few strips of crackers, Pyro Loco 50s. I believe this is a Hills brand. I don't know how it made it out west. I don't know if someone out west is ordering from Hales, but I'm pretty sure this is a Hales firecracker. I haven't lit any off either, so we'll see how they are. Honky lighters from JD Fireworks. That was just a gift from a buddy. Pyro Plug 100. It's a brand I haven't shot before. These are cool too. I've got one of these long strip 250th anniversary Hell Fireworks. Oh, Pyro Diablo. Oh, okay. I was like, were made by. I didn't. Okay, let me start over. They're not made by Pyro Diablo. I think that's just an advertisement sticker from Hale showing all the brands that they carry. I really like Pyro Diablo stuff, so that caught my eye for a second. But it's a 250 strip of crackers, and I think these burn pretty quick. I can't remember who I was watching that lit one off. There's probably Light Little Fireworks. He lights all the firecrackers off. But I think those burned pretty quick. What's up, 412? What did you miss? Well, I have been going over just some pickups lately. I started with items from Sky Thunder Fireworks. Excuse me. And then I went into this random box that I haven't shown on camera yet of stuff I've just got from stores here and there when I've had a few bucks or from trades with friends. So you've missed some fun. There's definitely some fun items in here, some loud stuff that you would like, but you'll have to watch it when it gets uploaded. Okay, the last thing I have in this box, and I could keep going if you guys wanted me to, or I could just upload a video later on the other stuff, but I got a brick or two or three or four of these ground bloom flowers with report. These are ending up in like every single video that I post now. Uh, these are the ones that do not have report. They've got the paper on the bottom here. But these things are juiced up. They are excellent spinners. Honestly, there's about one per pack that goes off of the ground and kind of hovers for a minute. Go watch my Memorial Day spinner video if you want to see these. I lit some of those off in that video, and there was one that went off the ground, like I'm talking about. But got a few bricks of these just because they're also excellent, even though they don't have the report. 412 says, "Looks like tons of goodies." Yes, we have a table full. I just emptied entire Home Depot, like, I think that was the large size moving box of stuff on here. So lots of crackers, lots of stuff that goes boom. Kyle says, "Keep going." Okay, well, kind of out of space. I don't know if I've shown these Firefox crackers. I believe I have, maybe. But these are cool little triangle crackers. Now, they're not an actual triangle cracker. There is a little cracker down inside these, but I've heard that these are pretty good. If anyone has lit these off, tell me something that they compare to in sound, because I haven't lit any of those off. They're definitely louder than like a little tube cracker, or what am I saying? Water cracker. Definitely louder than that. Okay. Well, let's see. What else do you guys got for me? Did I miss any in the chat? I do appreciate everyone chatting it up a little bit. Like I said, that makes it much more enjoyable for me. I guess what should have been in this was in this box before I put it up here. Get you guys a closer look at the Cracker Jacks. Got a couple boxes of these. And honestly, if I had a better place to light these around the 4th, I would get a bunch more of them. But I light pretty much 99% of my stuff in a little neighborhood, and I think these are going to be a problem. So I only got a few boxes of these for now, but we'll see. I might be able to find a better place to light stuff off that's not like straight in someone's, you know, driveway. And I don't want to, like, these things, are just fine to light where I'm at, but I just I don't know. There's a level where I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to upset anyone beyond reason. If people are going to get mad that I'm lighting fireworks off around the 4th of July, like, they can kind of deal with that. But also, I like to try to be a little bit more respectful too. So let's pull one of these out if I can. These things are like a canister shell, they're so big. The box I had came with 2 or 3 of these little sleeves. So I kind of got like a bigger box that has smaller box in it. I do like how they're packaged and they're not all just like little loose items in here. This is what you got. This end up. Now I've seen a bunch of people light these. I've never seen anyone put it in a tube. I think they're just using the tube to get it through and sellable here in the US, but you can kind of hear some of the stars in there. Do these have titanium in them? I can't remember. Maybe just a little bit of flash, but yeah, these things are hefty. Little bricks there. That would have been in this box of goodies had I not just put it up for something to look at in the back of my videos instead of insulation that I haven't put like drywall over yet or anything. All right. Trying to think here. Okay, I'll let you guys choose. I do have to head out here in a little bit, like 15 minutes. Um I can show you stuff that I picked up today from a local place. I can show you a few items I got from Phantom Fireworks. Or I could show you, let's see, a few cakes that I got from a local place as well. I guess I could pull a few of those out just to show you to end it off. I'll let a few of you reply, and then we'll see where we're headed. What's up, Pyro Ray Ray? Thanks for joining. Oh, I guess there was one more thing in this box that I can grab over here before we get into whatever you guys want to look at to end us off. A pack of these snake bites, and a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter than the Cracker Jacks. These came out 2 or 3 years ago, but this is the first time I was able to get some. And nice titanium in these. I know that these have a nice flash to them, so excited for those. Those might be a little bit closer to what I can get away with in my little neighborhood that I light at. I'm selfishly saying Phantom. Okay, so we have one vote for my Phantom firework pickup. Anyone else want to make a vote? Again, the options are I picked up some shells and a few cakes and stuff today from a local store. I could show you what I got at Phantom Fireworks. I am probably going to make a separate video on it, but I could show you a little sneak peek tonight. I doubt many people that aren't here will watch all the way to the end of this video, so it'll be a little sneak peek for you guys. Or I could just pull out a few cakes. I made a big cake order a couple weeks ago, and I haven't shown any of it yet. So MacGyver votes for Phantom. Blood type Pyro votes for local store items. All right, we're tied 1-1. Does anyone want to break the tie? And then once the tie is broken, we'll go with that option. Start putting this stuff back. Might as well. MacGyver flips to local. All right. He gave in. He's being nice. Let's see. I guess I do need to make just a little bit of room. So if you guys want to see that, it is some bigger items. While I do this, um, how about you guys tell me some of the things you've picked up recently? Just some items that you found at stores or whatever that you're excited about. Let's have a little chat about that stuff. If 412's in here, you're gonna have to tell me if you've lit these off before, because this looks awesome. It looks up your alley from stuff that I've seen in your stash. So let me know, 412. Cakes. So Kyle says cakes. Uh-oh. We're divided again. Oh, Kyle says local. Okay, we'll go with my local pickup that I made today. Um, I'll show you what's in there. I picked up the Chicago Gangster assortment. I'm super excited for it. It says Pyro Ray Ray. So Ray, where's that assortment from? I have not heard of the Chicago Gangster, and I'm a huge assortment guy. I probably watched more assortment videos, more fireworks assortment videos on YouTube than uh 99% of people. I'm sure there's a few people out there who have watched a few more than me, but I guarantee that I'm up there. I've Assortments were my thing as a kid, and now for nostalgia's sake, I still buy too many of them. They're not always, well, they're never the best value, but the little kid in me always gets the best of me these days. I bought like 6 or 7 uh assortments last year just because of that exact reason. Like I love assortments. He says I'm from Cali. It's a resellers. Oh, so it's someone packing their own assortment. Okay, those assortments are usually super awesome. If you've got like a store packing its own, sometimes those are good. But if you've got a reseller packing their own assortment, those are usually nice bang for your buck. I'll have to look it up. Have you done a video on it, or has someone else done a video on the Chicago Gangster? You'll have to let me know. Okay, guys, I'll just get a few more things out of the way. I picked up some Pyroland stuff, specifically older Apache shells, as well as some unnamed from the distributor of reliable parachutes and a killer deal on the large snaps with titanium for 50 cents a box. Oh, nice. MacGyver's. That sounds like a nice little pickup. Pyroland, the only Pyroland thing that I have bought are the ground blooms. They're really popular. And those are pretty good. They've got a nice little pop on them. The only thing like, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to ground blooms, but they just don't have much spin. I want my ground blooms with report to at least be a ground bloom for a little bit before they blow up. That's my preference, anyways. So, okay, about cleared off some space here, but that sounds like an awesome pickup. Apache shells. Is that? Oh, that's ringing a bell. Is that a ball kit from Brothers, or is that the chief, war chief? I can't remember. Blood type says I've seen a cool assortment called Smoking Hot. I've also seen that assortment. It looks very smoking hot. Looks like a nice one. Okay, let's see here. I can't get these master double bangs to close. All right, I made you guys wait long enough. Let's I'll start pulling some stuff over. This is just a small pickup from today. MacGyver says only downside is the Powerline canister shells were shooting low, and Apaches are balls from Brothers. Okay, so I was right. The Apaches are from Brothers. It's super cool to find an old ball shell because just like everything else, those are not made like they were used to. So that's kind of something I was looking up for in Evanston. I don't shop retail very much at all these days. I was looking for old ball shells and I just didn't find any, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, so there are prices taped on some of this product. That is not the price that I paid. So just wanted to put that out there. Some of this stuff might be a little bit higher than you would pay, but we'll get right into it. We'll get through these few items and then I'm going to call it a night. Got an early morning tomorrow. Sounds like blood types morning has already started. But first thing here from Krypton Fireworks is the King Gorilla 9 shots listed for 18, which honestly for a heavy 200 gram like this isn't terrible, but I did pay much less than that, which is awesome. I just found out, or just put two and two together somewhat recently, that Krypton Fireworks is actually a sister brand of Pyro Diablo, or the other way around. Krypton Fireworks makes Pyro Diablo. And this is just a rewrap of the Neon Goblin cake that Pyro Diablo does. I had one of those last year and it was so good. And this is a rewrap. I'm hoping it's going to be just as good. But yeah, I've got two of those just because, again, I was like, oh, that's Pyro Diablo stuff. I want that. So King Gorilla, these tubes, you can see them through the paper. Those are like an inch, maybe. It could be it could be an inch plus. But these things are awesome. So if you see those or like the Neon Goblin cake from Pyro Diablo, same thing. Both are really good. I would highly recommend. It's funny because I'll say I have a small pickup from today that needs to be unloaded, and then I hear the beep, beep, beep. I'm I don't understand what you're saying, but maybe you're saying it's a big pickup when you're calling it small blood type. That's kind of what this is. It's not like too small pickup. Okay, got some 10 shot thunder sticks from Flashing Fireworks, just a 3 pack. And I was just given these, which was super awesome. I love free fireworks. I was told that they're pretty good for a modern day Roman candle, consumer Roman candle with report. It supposedly has a blue tail to report, which would be cool too. Then I grabbed these because they're Miracle. Starlight candle. I actually don't know what these do. It says they shoot with report. It's probably just your standard, like you've got a colored tail to a pop. But I'm really, really liking Miracle stuff. And now at this point, it's kind of like if I see something Miracle, I get it, just because it's performed so well for me last year. And it seems like they're on the rise as a firework brand. I think they're you give it a couple years and they're going to be up there with one of the top consumer brands. Okay, from Flashing Fireworks again, we have this Honky Honkin'. 7 shots. Um, when I was picking it out, I told them just to grab me something weird, and this is what they grabbed. I think this is similar if you've seen it from Phantom, the Walloping Warheads. It's kind of like a three-stage howling little rocket or shot that goes really, really high, and then you've got like a crackle break. And again, this is something that was just given to me, and I told him to grab me something weird because I knew if it was good, uh, I probably would have grabbed it already. So I just wanted something different. MacGyver says, "Love the thunder stuff, and I bet most of the candles won't disappoint." Yeah, I love Roman candles. Um, I'm kind of light on Roman candles for this year. Should probably pick up some more, and hopefully I will. I did pick up some from Porter's Fireworks, and you'll see that in a separate video. Some other Miracle and some Monkey Mania ones that look really good, but I need a few more. I need a few more different types because, again, Roman candles, I could just go sit out on a chair and light those all night too, and be perfectly happy. All right, we were just talking about the Miracle stuff. I had these last year. Let's see, I've got a few comments to catch up on. Blood type. I go to work at 2:30 p.m. and I did so today, Tuesday, and my reef called out. So I'm here until AM on Wednesday. Jeez, man. Maybe I'll stay live all night just for you, blood type. Just for you. That sounds so you went in at 2:30 today and you're in until tomorrow morning at 5:30, you said, or something like that. That is brutal. I don't know what work you do, but that's a long time to be doing anything and at crazy hours. So props to you. That's you're on the grind. Beep beep beep, as in the big truck backing up. Yes. So I said it was a small pickup. Some my people will probably think it's really small. Others will think it's big, but this was just a small little pickup that I got today. So we have the Cancer 7 shot from Miracle, the Gemini 7 shot from Miracle, and the Leo 7 shot from Miracle. So I did have these last year. And I don't know what it is about these small little, would you call it a 100 gram, a 200 gram? I don't think most people would classify it as a 200 gram, but I love these things. Like if I just need to light something, I just grab one of these and go light it off. And these ones are really good for Miracle. Again, another good item from Miracle, but better breaks than you would expect in something that's, so small like this. And yeah, even if I were to like, even if I was paying $5 for these, I probably would do it, not really think twice about it. I love a little cake like these. A few more cakes, and I've got some shells. I don't know how I'm gonna now that I think about it, it's gonna be hard to show those. I have a Danger Zone, 16 shots from Pyro Junkie, and Pyro Junkie is why I bought it. I have not seen this brand before ever. So if anyone here has seen that, definitely let me know how your experience has been with them. But this thing is hefty. This thing, like for a 200 gram, I'm wondering if it's a little special, if it's got a little sparkle to it, because this thing looks awesome. Kind of just looks like one of those logos too. I'll have to look it up. I could be completely wrong again, but 16 shots all packed in there. Nice heavy 200 gram. And again, let's see. So 15. Yeah, I didn't even spend $10 on this probably. So little cake. Another item from Flashing, 200 grams, Kraken. Uh, and I was actually, oh, I should have looked in the store, but they were telling me this was a blue cake that had a bunch of blue in it, which would explain like the wrap is blue and all that stuff. But it's just a crackle cake. I looked it up when I got home, which is totally fine. Like, you can't go into a store and expect every single person to know what every single thing does. And again, it was a good price. I know the owner, and he's done a lot with me this year, so I'm not mad about that. A crackle cake is cool. I like a crackle cake, but I was hoping for a blue cake just because blue cakes are harder to find, and I really like blue. So we do have that there. That is the last of the cakes for this pickup. I've got a shell kit to show you, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I can't believe it's almost been an hour. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys have been here from Krypton, we have the fire totems. And something cool about these, something unique, anyways, is that it comes with 28 canisters instead of 24. I could open this up real quick, I think, and actually show you the shells and the tube, and then we'll call it. But this was a canister kit that I was able to get for under $100. Yeah, actually a decent amount under $100. So whenever I see those kits under $100 and I haven't tried them out before, excuse me, I have a really hard time passing up those kits. I like to I kind of have a goal, throughout my firework lighting to try as many canister kits as possible. So when I see, like I said, one that's under 100 bucks, I haven't shot it before, it's probably coming home with me. Right. MacGyver says, my stuff available is all in Indian reservations, but they have like a healthy mix of sealed assortments, random 1.4 stuff, and who knows? I try to buy vintage and John Wick stuff. Nice. I can't thank you enough for sharing and talking to us. Much love. I'm not going anywhere. I want to watch all your stuff. MacGyver, thank you so much for joining tonight. I appreciate the support. Sounds like you're finding some awesome stuff. So hope you're doing well. Blood type. I'm just sitting in my car. I work at a casino, checking and horses at nighttime. The gate is closed, and I just sit here and do what I want. Nice blood type. I used to a couple years ago. I worked a job in different type of place, but I was overseeing a warehouse and I had to be there, for all the time, but I didn't always have stuff to do. And I was just waiting for shipments to come in or to go out to get picked up, to get unpacked. And I did my homework while I was there. I was still in school while I was doing that. So it was a good gig, but it comes with its perks and it comes with some downfalls. Sometimes something like that can get boring and long. So thanks for joining. Okay, let's look at these shells. Brown crown with crackling. Oh, brocade. Why did I say brown? It's getting late, guys. That's when I know I need to call it. I'll get this tube out and show you. It's probably just the same as the oh, that's pretty cool. Probably can't hear me while I'm wrestling around with this packaging. Fire totem. So again, Krypton is Pyro Diablo, or Pyro Diablo is Krypton, which is again just another reason I needed to get this kit. I was like, oh, those might be Pyro Diablo shells, and I cannot find Pyro Diablo shells around me for the life of me. I would get one of each of their kits at least to try out, just because I love their stuff. So really cool tube, nice design there. And again, here's one. Whoa! I need to find out a better way to put my phone on this tripod. Almost lost you. There's one last look at the shells. Are these 4 inch? I think these are just 4 inch. They might be 5 inch. I don't have a shell close to compare, or else I would. But these are either a 4 inch or a 5 inch shell, and it does not say on the box. It's kind of hard to tell when you don't have comparison. So, all right, there's the little extra pickup that you guys got a sneak peek of. I will probably put it all back and make an actual video on it, or put it back with my big order that I made from the same place. Um, But let's see. That is everything we have for tonight. It's been over an hour. That's crazy. I You can spend so much time hanging and talking pyro. One last thing from Blood Type. He says Pyro Junkie is a house brand at a store in Florida. Huh. What store is it, Blood Type? How did it end up? I'm out west. I haven't really ever, you can probably I'm getting stuff from Evanston, so you know that I'm out west. I don't know how this got all the way here from Florida. Uh Blood type, is it just like a regular cake? You might know, but that's cool. I really liked the design. MacGyver, if you promote, great. If not, do you have a better place you'd like DMs for a little more combo? MacGyver, let's see. I do have an email address set up for the channel. It just gets a bunch of spam emails right now from fake promotional companies and stuff. Uh, but it is in the description of the channel. I can put it in the description of this video, or you can just, it's vintagepyro23@gmail.com. I'm down to talk to people there all the time. So I've had a few people reach out, just, oh, what was their name? They just reached out to see where I'd been, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you can hit up that email if you want to. And it sounds like you're out kind of close to me. We can maybe talk more local stores, just if you have any recommendations on stuff that I might come across. So, okay. This is by far the longest video that I've ever done, the longest live. Thank you again for watching and commenting if you were here live. If you were not here live, but you are watching. In retrospect, thank you so much as well for watching. I'm really trying to do more of this this season and really get the channel back to being active. And these lives are a big part of that. And I was trying to do one weekly, then I got busy again, but maybe I'll go back to trying to do one weekly and we can just talk and I can show you stuff that I got and we can all learn from each other and hang out. So, either way, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your night and I will catch everyone later.